way at home, whether they're going out or at home, you're supposed to have the ablution, wash your hands, wash your face, wash your especially the arm, your neck, clean and the feet. So in Islam, what says, your dress can be old, but it has to be clean. To purify themselves, even you have no water in the desert life, but by sand. So in Judaism also, it is very similar to before they go inside the synagogue. And we can go through the two main access to the main building that I like in my church. Comment goes always on the wall. So this is the technique started in the Roman time, then we're speaking on the floor. But if you realize the quality of the pieces they have been used, which is a lot finer. What quality that I'm talking about? Quality of marble. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the multiple colors. Marble is not a material observed dye. You cannot dye the marble. Which means that every color what you see are all discovered or taken from the original source to where they mine. Through different minerals. Marble is forming result of thousands, millions of years of years. So today's Turkey is so rich, I said, about the marble. But it's not about the quality, throughout the different colors. So each of these colors maybe are taken from 20 to 30 different places and they create this mosaic. You see the two pillars standing on both sides of the main gate. And in the Jewish synagogue, the place of the Moses, the throne of Moses, and where the Torah is standing on other side, which was all like the same symbolic section. Let's give them one.
Hey, I'm going to mention a couple of things. Hey, just as you're coming in here, I want you to remember in your Bibles that, of course, when the captivities happened with the Assyrian and Babylonian captivity, you had what they called the dispersion. And the Jews spread out all across the known world. And with that, Judaism, you could say, spread out and they established their own churches, but we know they're synagogues, where they would embrace the Old Testament, but not the New. And of course, when Paul took the gospel to Asia Minor, where was the first place he would normally go?
Synagogue.
The synagogue, so that he could show them that there is a new covenant, a New Testament. And so Moses was preached all across this area when it came to the law, but they needed to know what the ultimate fulfillment was. So here you are, you're in first century, the times of Paul, okay? You have a synagogue that's right here in the cultural center, okay? And what we're going to find when we talk about Jesus' scathing, you could say, conversation with the church of Sardis is that they, in some ways, have become very much engaged in the culture. Okay? And the synagogue is just a picture of, they're right here in the, this is like in Atlanta, they're right in Avalon, they're right with culture, they're right in there. And, but this was their synagogue. This is where Paul would frequent when he came to cities, and he would start his evangelism here. Okay? So, anyway, we'll keep moving.
Brian, we couldn't quite hear. Is this all part of the synagogue or just in here?
No, this, certain, this and this are the parts of the synagogue, this entire thing.
Entire thing.
Yeah, entire thing.
Yeah, it's a large thing.
And did
It's
he,
a very large synagogue. We understand how big Jewish community used to be here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see the decoration is surprising, but in Jewish synagogues, like in Muslim temples, images are not allowed. There is no image of any of those. That's why when you visit the Muslim temple and Jewish synagogue, always you see the geometrical as the art started in the early Roman and even Ottoman time. And this building, which is a message to the east as well, as being an important beginning of the trade road what we call Silk Road, but what we don't realize is earlier than Silk Road. First trading road in the world was between the Sardis to Persia, which was about 1700 miles. This is the beginning. I'm going to show you outside Persia. When you come to, ladies and gentlemen, there used to be the members who were sitting on aisle side, elderly members of the synagogue, enjoying especially the mass services on Saturdays. Especially, it was a tradition like 1/10 of the income to 2.5, but generally 1/10 were collecting and given to the church. They collect all these, especially once in a year, but when the amount is started to be really quite a lot, they started to be each month standard. Also, Bima is the table in the middle. What is it called? Bima. Bima.
Bima.
Bima.
BEMA.
IMA.